This was the worst day of the NBA season, and I suffered through it so you don't have to. Let me explain. Starting off with the most highly anticipated matchup of the day. Milwaukee vs Boston was a TNT game and everyone was hyped about it. That is, until the game itself started and the Bucks blitzed the Celtics right out of the gate. Milwaukee went on a 25-0 run in just 6 minutes to essentially end the game even before halftime.
Disastrous start for Boston. Looking every bit the team that won an overtime game last night. Portis hits another, and Joe Mazzulla, a desperation timeout.
Now, credit to them, and you could see Giannis was fired up for this one after losing the first matchup earlier in the season, and he brought the intensity for this game right from tip-off.
In traffic, just moves Cornet out of the way.
But you could also see the Celtics were a step slower, a bit lackadaisical even, almost as if they weren't ready for this game. They did come to Milwaukee on a back-to-back after a tough overtime win the previous night against Minnesota, so I'm not sure if that played a role, but this was embarrassing nonetheless. The 35-point deficit at halftime was so bad that Joe Mazzulla did not even play the starters in the second, and TNT made a decision in the middle of the game to switch the broadcast to the Knicks and the Mavs, which at the time was just slightly less terrible.
So this game is out of hand, obviously. 100-62 is the score in Milwaukee, and Oklahoma City, by the way, is up 36 at the half, so we're not going there. So we'll try the Knicks and the Mavs, and it's a 47-28 game, but it's closer than what's going on in the mean streets.
Let me actually save this game for last because, believe it or not, it was the most interesting one of the night. You heard EJ say how bad things were in OKC, and as crazy as it sounds, by the end it got 2 times worse. The Thunder had a field day against Portland. Just look at these stats. SGA shot 11 for 15, that's 73%. Chet Holmgren was 9 for 13, 69%. Then Jalen Williams went 9 for 10 and Giddey was a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Unbelievable. So by the end, this was a 62-point win for Oklahoma. 62. Wow. I have hopes that maybe the Lakers and Suns would save the day in the second game of the TNT doubleheader, but Devin Booker came out absolutely on fire with 16 points in the first quarter, hitting all types of shots.
It's Booker against Christie, the shove and the shot.
The Lakers actually shot the ball well at the start, 52.5% from the field in that first quarter, but they had 5 turnovers, which Phoenix of course punished. So this was already a double-digit lead, and turning the ball over 9 times by halftime and giving up 9 offensive rebounds is a recipe for disaster. You could even say that the Lakers were lucky to only be down by 14 at the break. But then came the third quarter and...
Look at this. Away by Durant, the foot race with Davis.
Going right back at the hot hand. Bradley Beal.
Suns are shooting 50%. The fake and a spinner.
See, that's vintage. That's classic here by Bradley Beal.
A 16-2 run in 3.5 minutes ballooned the lead to 28, and that's pretty much all there was to it in this game. Yet another blowout. Look, a game between the Cavs and the Nets in Paris honestly deserves only a quick recap. Donovan Mitchell was blistering hot, scoring 45 points on 50% shooting. Cleveland got off to a 27-point lead because of course they did. It was that type of day in the league. By the end, however, Brooklyn made it a decent 9-point loss. Okay, let's now go to the most interesting game of the bunch, a 20-point blowout in the fourth quarter. Wait, what? Yeah, my Knicks got destroyed throughout the entire game by Kyrie, who finished with 44 points. But just watch what happens.
Randall bulldozes his way to the rim, counted and a foul as he answers. Brunson looks to push. Brunson sidestep, Eurostep, layup is good.
The Knicks are slowly but surely cutting into this lead. However, it's still a 10-point game with 2:45 to go. But then...
Randall drives, sidestep, back to DiVincenzo. Brunson, corner 3, bang! Jalen Brunson from downtown, it's a 5-point game. Brunson the rebound. Throws it ahead to DiVincenzo. Deep back to Randall. Randall inside Hartenstein. Look at the move. DiVincenzo, 3-pointer. Bang! Dante DiVincenzo makes it a 1-point game.
Oh my god, we're back. Let's go, Knicks. All we gotta do now is just get one stop. But little did I know that what would follow is a pure chaos.
Spins, takes it out the corner. Josh Green won't go. Rebound, DiVincenzo back to Hardaway. Side of the backboard. Powell gets it back to Hardaway again. A three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebound deflected. And another possession.
Why would Hardaway keep shooting it? He shot it off the side of the glass. He should not have shot it, and he took another one.
Irving on the drive, splits the defense. Josh Green is open. Three-pointer's good. Oh, a huge shot. Two clutch offensive rebounds for Dallas.
Are you kidding me? Man, this was tough. I love the effort from this team though, to even come back in this game. Plus, this was the only exciting moment in the worst NBA day of the season. This was the complete opposite from yesterday, where I showed you a bunch of wild thriller endings in overtime. You gotta check out this video right here. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.
Ja Morant will undergo season-ending surgery for a tear in his shoulder. The Grizzlies have just announced, which is just a massive blow. They look to be getting back on track with Ja and Marcus Smart back healthy, back playing basketball, and we're finally back to winning ways after having a rough start to the season without those players on the team, in particular Ja Morant, of course. But now the Grizzlies will be without Ja for the entire season. Is this the end of their season? They currently sit 13 from the West, 13 and 23, 12 and a half games behind the first. But the shoulder injury happened on Friday in the game against the Lakers. I remember seeing him pull up, grabbing the shoulder, but I don't know how fun to see him back there. But even after the game, he was high-fiving with both sides, shaking hands and everything. It didn't look like he was in any pain, but then he missed the next game versus the Suns and was actually in a sling. So I think it was once the adrenaline and everything wore off, he realised there was pain in that shoulder, and then the pain just never went away. So now has opted to go with the season-ending surgery. So, I mean, it's just disappointing. He missed the first 25 games from suspension. Finally gets back. The Grizzlies look good again, and now this. He's out for the season.